Mike with Tech PB, and we're out here doing a review on the Azodin Kaos. This gun retails right around about 90 bucks from Azodin paintball. You can go to azodin.com. Here's what we got. When I first got these guns in, you know, everyone was like, "Oh, that's just a, that's just a spider clone. It's just a spider clone." Well, yes and no. Okay. One of the first things that should perk your interest about these guns is that they use autococker barrels. Okay, so if you've got autococker at the house, which is probably the most used standard barrel in the industry is the autococker threaded barrel. This has autococker barrels on it. Something else too, it uses ion feed necks. Now it comes with a nice little clamping feed neck already on it. Doesn't work too bad for me. Probably just considering, if you're using an expensive loader, you probably want to make sure that you probably grab yourself a pair of channel locks and really torque this down. Trying to tighten this by hand doesn't really quite get it as tight as I feel comfortable. It feels like it's still a little bit loose, so I would probably recommend getting yourself a pair of channel locks. I'm sure if you contacted Eric at Azodin, he would, send you an extra collar for like $4 or $5. So if you wanted a collar for show, for pictures, and then you wanted a collar that you actually use at the field, I'm sure they wouldn't mind hooking you up with that. Something else that's kind of cool is it uses dual Intimidator detents. Okay, so just like the egos, just like the Intimidators, the aliases, it uses 2 detents, 1 on each side. So whatever loader you put on here, Halo, Reloader B, Magna, Pinocchio, Rotor, Prophecy, it does not matter. These are very robust, very very well used, tried and true detent system. It works great. Something else it's also got is full derin bolt, and it also has the notches cut into the bolt to kind of let your detents last a little bit longer, which is pretty nice. The 2-finger trigger that's on here is actually a pretty nice 2-finger trigger. There's not a lot of side-to-side play with it. Very easy to get on it. So what we'll do is we'll just kind of shoot some. Let me pull down my mask here. And for a mech gun, it's not a bad trigger. So you get on. So very easy to pull. Not a bad mechanical trigger on this gun at all. Very crisp, very easy to shoot. Easy mechanical trigger. Now this is not a low pressure regulator. This is just a volumizer. This is not a regulator. This is just a gas through foregrip. But other than that, most of the velocity is adjusted here through the back. For the sake of this video, we're just going to go and do a little bit of snap shooting with JD Larson, just have a good time. But for the sake of this video, we're actually using an inexpensive tank. Like I told you guys, 2009 Tech PB. We're going to focus a lot more on the entry level guns, the entry level equipment. Now obviously with a Pinocchio on here, but this is a Ninja paintball tank. High pressure air tank, very high quality tank. You can pick this up from ninjapaintball.com for what, $49? Yeah, $49, $50. Got a nice little barrel on here, and like I said, this is autococker threaded. So if you don't like this barrel, autococker threaded barrels are all over the market. So let's go over here. We're going to do a little bit of snap shooting with it, just have a good time. Okay, now what we're going to do is shoot a couple over the Chronograph. Now obviously with this Ninja paintball tank, the stock output pressure is about 700 psi. What I would recommend is if you're picking up a Ninja air tank and you're going to be putting it into an Azodin, I would recommend calling up Ninja Air and requesting an extra silver shim. That's going to put your output pressure probably anywhere between 850 to 900 psi, and that'll get you a little over 300 feet per second, then you can back it down. But this, with the stock Ninja air tank, this turned in a pretty decent amount. We'll shoot a couple over the Chronograph here. We'll probably be sitting right at about 260 feet per second. Let's see here. Okay, so we're sitting... I've got a couple hot ones here. So it just kind of depends on our barrel match here. But this is a really good gun. 80, 90 bucks, dual Intimidator detents, autococker threaded barrel, ion feed neck. It's got a nice 2-finger trigger, full derin bolt, very lightweight gun, very easy to shoot. You know, you put a nice high performance loader on here and you're not gonna have any problems with barrel chop or, you know, ball chop or anything like that. I mean, this is a very good shooting gun. So very good, very accurate gun, pretty decent barrel. So check out azodin.com for a little more information on the Kaos. Thank you.